This is Local Edition. I'm Brad Pomerance. Thank you for joining us. Our guest is Minor Childers. I call him an environmental entrepreneur. I am so glad you're here. I want to talk about two things you're doing to benefit the environment. The first is an organization, a website called the World Carbon Database. Tell us all about it.
The World Carbon Database is a nonprofit open resource that indexes carbon offsets. It's a search engine for people, businesses, environmental organizations who have purchased carbon offsets.
But it has nothing to do with cap and trade, which is what's being debated in Washington right now.
It doesn't, no. This is the voluntary market.
Tell us about it, because I have to be honest with you. I think I'm green, but I was unaware that I myself could buy a carbon offset.
Right. Well, what you've seen, I think, are regulators and the regulatory discussions that have been happening. They're focused on big emitters like big oil, big industry, big utilities, as well as chasing after technologies like hydrogen or fuel cells. This, and what we believe, is it's going to take everyone's efforts to fight climate change, individuals as well, everyone, everywhere. And what we're providing here is a way for individuals to participate in that.
So literally, let's say I have a car, and I understand a car emits, what is it,
for a mid-sized car, like six tons of CO2 a year.
So I could go onto your website and say, I want to offset that 6 tons. And so I'm going to find some, I don't know, project that would offset that amount. I would contribute an amount as a financial offset, and then that money goes to benefit that project. Is that right?
That's exactly right. What you would do is you would come to the WCD, our website. There you could learn a little bit something about your carbon footprint, and you could purchase offsets through one of our offset providers like Native Energy or TerraPass. Basically, you would click through to their site, purchase offsets that would probably be funding wind power or solar power. Reforestation's another popular one. And
who knew?
Yeah,
I mean, who knew that you could do that? Just you and me can just contribute in a way that will help these new projects, and yet kind of make us feel good inside about what we're doing for the environment.
And really do something significant and have an impact.
Now, right now, the website is worldcarbondatabase.org.
Yes.
But if you had your way, it would be worldcarbondatabase.eco. Is that right?
That's right.
Tell me about the .eco project.
.eco is an organization dedicated to the acceptance and implementation of the top-level domain .eco. A top-level domain is like a .net or a .com, .edu.
.tv.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But we're applying for the top-level domain .eco, and it would be a top-level domain where individuals could
somehow, some way, just literally decide, I want Brad Pomerance.eco. Is that simple?
It would be that simple. You would go to a registrar like GoDaddy and purchase it, and you could show your support for environmental causes through doing that. Companies could do it to promote their environmental initiatives and commitments.
And I understand that you have a partner. He's not that well known, but what's his name again?
Al Gore.
Yeah, Al Gore. Okay, so you're working with Al Gore on this.
We are. We're working with Al Gore, and we're also donating a majority of the profits back to his Alliance for Climate Protection, as well as Surfrider and Sierra Club.
Forgive me for being flippant, but this seems so obvious. So what are we waiting for? I mean,
well, I think it does seem very obvious, but the organization that oversees the internet, ICANN, they haven't been accepting applications for these new top-level domains, and they are probably March of next year.
So we can expect it in 2010, you think?
You can.
Okay, Minor, I may have to get .eco. I kind of like it. I appreciate you joining us, and thank you for what you're doing for the environment.
Thank you.
We really do appreciate it.
It's been a pleasure.
For Local Edition, my name is Brad Pomerance. Now we're going to send you back to CNN HLN.
These days, we're all looking for ways to conserve money. At Charter, we're happy to announce a great way to save and get the best services for your home. With the Charter Bundle, you'll get the channels you love and reliability you can count on. Surf the web way faster than with DSL from the phone company. And talk all you want with unlimited local and long-distance calling. All at one low price you can depend on all year long. Call 1-877-SAVE-034 today to get the Charter Bundle, starting as low as $69.97 a month. Call now.